Today I would like to cook you a pasta from this beautiful cabbage. I want to use the cabbage leaves as like small tagliatelles, and I want to make a very nice tomato sauce and a bit of minced meat together with it, so it's going to be something like a bolognese kind of thing. This is a technique that I have developed over the years to lose weight and reduce the carbs. So what I'm going to use about 1/3 of this big cabbage, and I'm going to wash this under the sink. There's always some excess water, so I don't want it to be very watery. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to first like cut it like this and let it drain. If you have big pieces like this, make sure to cut it in thin slices like that. So that's it. So as you can see, there's a lot of water. I'm just like get rid of it like this, and I'm going to let it still drain a little more. Meanwhile, I'm going to turn on the heat. I have 200 grams of double grinded meat. This could be beef, this could be chicken, any kind of meat you want to use would be okay. I get my mincemeat through the ribs because they are closer to the bone. They have a bit of fat and meat balance is really good. And because it doesn't move, the meat is very soft. And what I do is high heat for 200 grams. I have a big pan. That's really important. I'm going to add one very big onion. If yours is small, use 2. As it starts to brown, I add the onions, and what I do, I like press it hard on the pan, and I want the juice of the onions to get into the meat, making it more tastier, making it more tender. For now, it looks a lot of onions but very little meat, but the onions will get transparent, give the taste to the meat, and it will increase the amount of meat. That's the magic. And what I'm doing with the spatula is, as you can see, you know, there are like big pieces like this. I press it hard like this with the onions so that there are no lumps. As the pinkiness goes away, what I do, I add a bit of salt, not all the salt it needs, but half of it, and mix it well. And I take it then from the highest heat to a medium heat, and I move the mincemeat to here, and it's gonna start to cook in a lower heat like this, slowly, always mixing it. Then I have a big like wok here. I'm going to put some olive oil in the middle, my beautiful olive oil from Ayvalık, one of the best in the world for sure. And I put my cabbage inside like this. This is how I lost weight. While cooking the lettuce or any kind of veggies, if you want it to be still crunchy, the heat should be on the highest and the pot should be big. Otherwise, it will give away its water, and we don't like that. We want the sides to caramelize, the sugar in these beautiful things to get out. While both of them are cooking, I have one whole big garlic here. I'm gonna have thin slices to the garlic and add it to here. If you're a vegetarian and you don't want to use mincemeat, you can use mushrooms the same way I cook the meat, you cook the mushrooms. Now, as you can see, some of the cabbage is turning in brown, and that's what I want. And I don't want to cook it more than that because it's gonna like do this, lower its shoulders maybe. I don't want its intactness to go away. I want as al dente kind of thing. It has to like touch the tooth. And because of the garlic, it's now smelling great. As now my mincemeat is cooking, I didn't put any oil, as you can see. Now I'm putting some butter, and the butter will increase the taste a little. Now, to this pan, I'm going to add 2 more cloves of garlic.
To the meat?
No. The meat is now on the lowest heat, browning. The onions are becoming transparent. That's what I want. Now, this garlic is gonna get into the pan like this with half a tablespoon of butter and a bit of olive oil. Here I have tomato juice and tomato puree, 200 grams of tomato puree. If you have just one of it, you can actually use one. 300 milliliters of tomato puree would do as well. There's puree still in it. And 250 milliliters of tomato juice. I want it to be like a more kind of soupy-like thing. But when it's tomato juice or puree, it's edgy. And the edginess should go away with 2 pinches of sugar and a tablespoon of vinegar. Wine would do as well, but we use mostly vinegar. And together with that, I'm going to also have about 6 to 8 tablespoons of stock. And I also add a teaspoon of oregano, a bit of black pepper, and some salt. So this is it. It's a very beautiful sauce. I'm going to put it into simmer, low heat. Then I come back to my mincemeat. I add the rest of the salt, and the mincemeat goes really well with something, and that is nutmeg. In the old Ottoman times, nutmeg is used very much with meat. It has the sandalwood kind of smell as well, and it makes it more beautiful. I want a house that smells nutmeg, huh? And I take 2-3 ladles of the sauce and mix it with the mincemeat like this. And this way I also clean my pan, taking all the taste in like this. It's gonna simmer. And what I'm going to do, put all this in. Opa. In some places, usually it looks burned, but it's not burned. These kind of like, it's nice taste, so I'm leaving it there. And that's it, all done. This is a big serving for 2. Opa. Yes, when my stomach speaks, it means it's delicious. I'm gonna get some from the juice. And I'm going to get some parsley. And what I'm going to do, I just like rip it with my hands like this and mix it with the mincemeat like that and put it on top. So, voila, it's already beautiful like this. But I have some Parmesan. I don't know, how did Parmesan get into?
There was another shooting for a day.
So, it's snowing on top. Beautiful. And if you want some more parsley, some black pepper on the sides. And it's a plate of a restaurant. And it's guilt-free, beautiful, low calorie, gluten-free. And if it was mushrooms, it would be also vegetarian. So that's it. And now it's time with a bit of spoon and fork together with the juices. Beautiful. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you like us. We all love you guys. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe. We have lots of very new, very nice things coming up this year. We don't want you to miss it. Take great care.